hectic.
Welkom terug naar uw gunsteling productie Hectic 990 op SABC 2. Dis 'n Woensdag, ons het meneer Grant Hinds in die gebou en my direkteur het gesê dat ons moet die hele onderhoud in Afrikaans doen. So meneer Grant Hinds, vertel ons 'n bietjie wat is eSports?
eSports is die speletjie.
Don't use this as course, man. Well, Grant has brought in some friends as well, and they're going to be expanding on what esports are. We've got some players. We've got Clint, who is a event organizer, and we've got Nick, who is a esports personality and a shoutcaster as well. Now, Grant, tell us, what is esports?
Okay, esports in a brief nutshell is the competitive scene between gamers that are playing a game competitively, like Dota or Counter-Strike or Call of Duty or FIFA for that matter. If you're playing in a competition as such and you're playing for money or tournaments or prizes, then you are an esports player.
Now, I see that Dota 2 has actually given out 55,849,890 cents US dollars.
Trying here, yeah.
US dollars. I'm like, whoa, I was gonna say something really bad. Listen carefully.
This is very exciting. That prize pool that Dota give out every year is more than the Tour de France, and it's a video
it is
game.
Massive, because I was just like, geez, I was like even struggling to read this number over here. Why is it that it's so big? Let me ask you over here, Danny. Why is esports so big?
Well, I think it comes down to the fact that so many people love gaming these days, and it's modernizing. And the fact that companies are actually wanting to put money into it, and people are just getting into gaming, and it's so fun. I mean, why would you not play gaming for a living? So.
Yeah, awesome. Now, Nick, you broadcast these games and you commented on them. What is the viewership like in terms of people who actually watch?
The viewership's always different. It also comes down to the prize pool at the end of the day. Big prize pools attract big players, and that's going to attract a lot of views. So the viewership obviously changes, but it all comes down to which competition is the biggest. I mean, we got League of Legends, one of the biggest games in the world, managed to attract almost 1 million simultaneous viewers, I think, in one of the tournaments.
#lol. Now, Clint, recently, apparently, there is a public high school in Bergen, Norway, who is going to be incorporating esports into their core curriculum from August 2016. I want to have a public discussion about this. Do you guys think that this is the way to go?
Yes.
Why?
I think the reason is simply that there are kids in schools who have abilities that are not the sort of traditional sports, and certainly maybe not even academic.
Yeah.
But if their abilities are there, they should be nurtured. We should find a way to give them an outlet. It's a positive outlet as well. So yeah, I'm 100% behind it. I've personally taken some gaming into schools in South Africa. With less success than the one in Norway. So, but it's definitely something I think should be considered.
Awesome stuff. Now, Drew, I want to ask you, what is the difference between just a casual gamer and actually playing professionally?
I mean, like, looking at casual, it's more you're just having fun. You can come home from school with your mates, play a bit of games, not really taking it too seriously. Competing is more having like more of a structure. You have like a schedule. You have to be on at 8 o'clock to scrum, play your matches. So I mean, like, when you're competing, you're playing for a reason. You're basically playing to beat other players to be the best. Casual is just for fun.
Alton, now, you know what? There's a lot of training when it comes to sports and stuff like that. Do you guys train to become esports players?
Yes, when I first started, I played on a lower end team, and we would just play whenever we wanted to, came online whenever we wanted to. Since I joined the top tier team, we have dedicated times to when playing, and we want to try to get like at least 6 to 8 scrims in every week to stay at the top.
Wow. Now, Grant, it is actually reported that the United States is now recently recognizing esports players as actually pro athletes. We were speaking a little bit earlier on, apparently there's referring to esports players as athletes. Is it the way to go? Should we
Of course, no, definitely. There's a lot of skill involved, and I think that a lot of people don't understand that because they think video games is there something else in their heads.
Yeah.
But if you look at chess in a very similar way, you might be sitting down and playing a game that takes a lot of talent and skill, and very much the same way a lot of video games are developed to nurture and encourage certain skill sets, which players like these guys are able to do. You guys are in some huge you guys are qualifying for some huge tournaments at the moment. What are the prize pools? You're playing Halo, right, Pupski?
Yeah.
What is the prize pool for your tournament?
It's actually $2 million in growing. So that.
$2 million.
I mean, like, I mean, guys.
and Drew and Alton, you guys are qualifying for a COD tournament,
This
right?
is the COD World League.
And what's the prize pool there?
$3 million.
$3 million! Like, for being good at Call of Duty, are you guys ready? Are you prepared?
We hope so. We're putting in the time. So,
Thank you very much, guys. When are we starting our
I
training?
think,
I think it's time that we just start our training.
$3 million. Just go like,
$3 million. You know, like I'm in there. I'm in there.
Am I ready yet? No, like,
No,
how
I
many
think you
more?
can just continue doing that, you know, for the rest of the show. I'm done. Now, you guys are actually, you are dressed in your gear. Where do you guys play? Like, where do these tournaments happen? Do you sit at home and play? I mean, let's talk to you, Clint, as an event organizer. Do people play in a specific area? Do you sit at home and play and have a viewing area? Or how does it go about?
There's a number of ways that it's operated. There's online, where the guys are playing from home. Those online tournaments happen where you don't really see much of the players.
Yep.
And then a lot of the events I tend to host are land-based. So we are playing in a venue where the players come to me or come to our venue or where we're hosting the event. They come and play. Usually they'll show up in the kit, and we'll have a gentleman like Nick here. He'll be shoutcasting for us. We'll have some cameras set up. We may be still learning the production values that we need to in this country, but we try and push that out on the internet so people are capable of watching or able to watch what's going on and meeting the players. People can come down, watch the guys play, and girls for that matter as well. We've got a lot of girls playing these days. And we try and get everybody down and let them all meet up and sort of, you know, become acquainted with each other so we can grow the scene, the esports scene a lot bit.
Okay, so now, guys, Danny, if I want to get into esports, how does one go about it? Especially if we are, you know, if you're just chilling at home, you're playing on your game, how do I take the next step to becoming a pro?
Well, I think that you should first start locally, and luckily with people like Zombie Gamer and MWeb, you can actually do that. You can actually play for money at a local level, which is awesome. And then from there, I guess you could start looking into the big leagues, and sometimes South Africa will get a spot at a big world championship like we are with Halo and Call of Duty and many other games. So I think, yeah, that's where you start. You start locally and then build your way up and see if you can.
Guys, I could talk about this the whole day. I'm learning so much, but unfortunately we are running out of time and I'm really like wanting to get more into this. Nick, if they want to have more information about it, where can they go? How can they do it?
Just hit us up on Twitter if you guys have any questions, please. I mean, there's everybody's Twitter's handles here. You can hit me up, you can hit Clint up, or any one of us, and we'll be happy to answer some questions that you guys might have.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Unfortunately, we have run out of time with this conversation, but I'm sure you can hit these guys up if you want more information.
Hectic.